Is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense. If they do that in this game, he's good enough to get this win.
They'll move the wide receiver. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Off the play fake. A strike downfield. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Give to the single back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
The Bulls now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Running back searching for a hole. And he's knocked down, but there's also laundry on the field. We'll see what the officials have called. Just an obvious holding call there, and one that just kills an offense's momentum. Back to throw, it's Roberson. On the move and looking deep. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
I know it was incomplete, but I'm okay with it. If I'm the offensive coordinator, I'm going to keep taking shots down the field. I'm going to make him honor that deep ball. I'll hit some of those before the game's over.
Here comes a third down situation, and the defense has had no answer so far. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That's a tough one to execute on offense in that situation. Third down, you know it's going to be man coverage. If that receiver's not able to create any separation, then he's going to get tackled as soon as he catches the ball. And that's exactly what happened, now setting up 4th down.
He'll run for it. Breaks into the open. Wrestled out of bounds. They'll mark him at the 7-yard line, and this offense is more than threatening.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play 4-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
And that big gainer on the last one has them ready to go from inside the 10. With the run on 1st and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. He'll keep it himself. And they make the stop, and that will likely bring us to the end of the first quarter. How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats.
Penn State 3, Buffalo 0.
They flipped into the field, and we're ready to play. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Buffalo! Quick strike through the air for the score.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-3. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And as a defense, how scary is it having to defend this guy? He's one of the fastest players in America, and you saw it on that last play. It's not necessarily throwing him the ball over your head. They just get it to him quickly. The hard part now is running and tackling that guy. Not easy to do.
After that last big gainer, they'll put it in play, 1st and 10 from their own 49. The give to the back. Runs through a tackle. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
And that's a big-time play by this defense. You know when it's snowing, not only is it wet, it's freezing. Your hands are cold. You can barely feel the football. So if you can get to that football, put your hand on it, or rip that thing out, a lot of times you can force some of those turnovers. Great job by the defense.
The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They reeled off a long touchdown drive the last time they had it. Much better field position this time around. Dropping back, it's Roberson. Got his man downfield. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
Quarterback on the keeper. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And that's exactly what the defense wants you to do. Go east-west, and the quarterback gets strung out, doesn't pull the trigger and really make a decision. You'd like to see him stick his foot in the ground, get north-south, get more of a plus yardage on this play. Nice job by the defense.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. On the move, it's Henderson. Got the 1st down and more. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
And the Bulls have it with a 1st and 10. Rides the back on the option to give. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Now they're going to throw it. Pressure coming. Took a shot as he threw.
And you cannot blame the big boys up front. The hog mollies get a lot of the blame a lot of the time, but Mr. QB had forever to throw the football, all day to get rid of it. He didn't. He took the shot at the end, and the offensive lineman's literally in himself to himself going, well, he should have thrown the football.
Looking to throw, it's Roberson. Oh, they're after him. He'll pull it down and run. At the 20, he's got space. They get him down, but this offense is set up 1st and goal from the 9.
I'll tell you what, after that big gainer on 3rd down, you might think about your quarterback running it again down here. It's hard to throw down close inside the 10-yard line. You've got to have some designed QB runs or give him a run-pass option on the perimeter, see if he can punch it in after that big gainer.
They'll run it on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. 2nd and goal for this offense. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. He's got it down to the 1-yard line, right on the doorstep of Pater.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They'll run the sneak for it. Sneaks it in.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball. Man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is good, and they have an 11-point lead. They went 54 yards on that last touchdown drive, and it was finished off with a quarterback sneak. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Finds his man. It's Clark. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now 1st down from the 39. Wide receiver going in motion. Touch pass on the run. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
Rushes on him. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Some 3rd down conversions tougher than others. This one, a long one on 3rd down from the 43. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the golden flashes will send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Dropping back, it's Roberson. Right on the money. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a 1st down like they did there.
A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Gives it on the option. Got the 1st down and still on his feet. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Bulls getting set on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. Oh, he's got some space. Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
You got to be impressed by what you've seen by this offense so far in this game. In the first half, they've got a nice lead, and they've been able to do it with explosive plays, but they've also been able to do it with efficiency and getting first downs and staying on the field.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
It's a curious play call offensively to try to throw after that great gain on the ground the snap before. If you're winning in the trenches up front, keep it going. Let the big fellas go to work. I don't like the idea of throwing the ball there.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. And here on second down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash. And it's no good. He missed it. After the miss, still an 11-point game, guys. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've had yourselves a superb broadcast so far today in Western New York. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside picturesque UB Stadium.
The Golden Flashes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. He put it out there for him, and this senior gave him a chance, but they couldn't make the connection. The quarterback rode that RPO for a while, trying to make sure the defenders were wrong, and he took a big shot and couldn't quite connect.
And those RPOs make you wrong defensively regardless. Do I come up really fast and play the run, or do I stay back? Great job by the defense, understanding, seeing it, playing the pass really well.
Here's a heat. And the quarterback caught up 2 and sacked at the 12.
And I think this team knew going into halftime trailing, their defense was going to have to step up here in the second half. And on the very first play of the third quarter, they get a sack. That is good news for this defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Looking for a crease, it's Henderson. He's able to get it out to the 25, but needed a little bit more to move the chains. It'll be fourth down.
It's unfortunate for this offense, guys. Had they not had the mental errors and mistakes early in the drive, they'd be sitting pretty right now. Even after that long gain on the running play, they've still got fourth down.
And the Bulls will punt it away on fourth down. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Pocket breaking down. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. The defense coming up big there. The sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
And the Golden Flashes have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Looking to fire. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. Got him downfield. He won't get there. It'll bring up 4th down.
It's really nice when you're an offensive coach and you can basically attack the whole field. When you got an arm like this and you can just, boom, put it on a line, it's really nice to have that.
The Golden Flashes line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. The Buffalo offense headed back to the field. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
They showed this run in the first half, right? You saw it. They loaded up on this side, ran the football, had some success. What do they do in the second half? Pull some guys, run the counter the other direction to keep the defense off balance.
Wide receiver comes in motion. On the move. It's a fumble. He picks it up, still on his feet.
Woo. Deep breath, right? Man, you fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
The Bulls are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Roberson. Trying to escape and get it himself. Great job by this savvy senior to know when he just needs to move the sticks with his feet.
And that is such a gut punch for this defense because you're trailing in the game. You're trying to get off the field. You think you got the quarterback in the backfield for a sack, and he's able to escape, scramble, and go pick up the 1st down. That is a killer if you're the defensive coordinator. You've now got to find more ways to get pressure on this guy and get him on the ground.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. The give to the back. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
We've seen this guy have tons of success. He had over 100 yards right before that run, but defense gets the better of him there. Nice job of adjusting up front. Good job being physical by that D-line, too.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Caught over the middle. It's King. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Find some fresh air. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Takes the handoff. It's Henderson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Here on 3rd down for this offense. Back to throw, it's Roberson. Makes the grab. Turning it on. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch. Guys, we've reached the end of the quarter, and Buffalo is on top. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. Starting off this quarter close enough to smell the goal line. Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. And he was fortunate to get that one back to the line of scrimmage at the 5. No gain on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Here's the pressure. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
In that second down play, the defense, I think, was expecting pass. So you saw them come firing upfield. They use their speed. They use their athleticism. They win the one-on-ones, and they get a big-time sack.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Under fire. And they can't make the play on 3rd down.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage. So everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is extended a little further.
I really like the decision by this offense because now they got to score 2 touchdowns. Time is not on their side. I can stay very, very conservative. Use that clock. I like the decision by this offense.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Guys, let's see how it goes this time for the Kent State offense. Slithers into space. There he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
You could tell he saw that grass open up, and he was not handing that football off. He was taking it himself. His eyes got enormous, chewed up the big play. Nice big chunk play for this offense.
And the golden flashes. After ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He's in open space downfield. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Rides to back and leaves it. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
Wants to fire on 2nd down. And he dropped it. It looked for all the world like that would be a catch, and he just got too excited.
You know, this tight end's a weapon in the passing game. He runs good routes, normally has good hands, but didn't have them there.
The golden flashes come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak. And he needed 1 yard, and he didn't get it. The defense won the battle up front.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease. Push somebody back. Create some space. There was nowhere to go.
Got it! Into the end zone. Touchdown, Kent State.
Forget about those tight ends, right? They come up and they block most of the time, and a lot of time near the line of scrimmage, and then occasionally offenses do a great job, get creative, find a way to get a good matchup for the tight end, and he does the rest and gets in for 6.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they close it to 17-10. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things up with a dart from 24 yards out. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Buffalo has it back. Let's see what the Bulls offense can do. Looking downfield, it's Roberson. Unloads to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Catch in the middle. It's King. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
You see a lot of offenses late in the football game with a lead get conservative. I like they didn't. Like, they trusted the passing game. You're going to get looks that you know what they are.
Oh, it's a fumble. He's got the ball, and he'll try to pick up a few. They bring him down, but that great defensive play might be overturned. Let's see what the call is.
Hold offense.
This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Bulls will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Those hands can get a little frigid in weather like this. He'll make the fair catch signal and secure the catch. So the defense trying to protect the lead, but they could also put a punctuation mark on this thing and end it with a big turnover. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I think he did a really good job, first of all, keeping his eyes downfield. You could see he wanted to throw the football. But when it's not there, don't force it. Tuck it down, get some positive yards.
And the golden flashes with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Handoff to the single back. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. The golden flashes come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. They'll try to get the first through the air. Quickly out to the tight end. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
KYP, know your personnel. You got those big tight ends you can work on those 3rd and shorts. You don't have to have him run way down the field. Understand how to get to the sticks, get that first down. Nice job.
And the golden flashes have it with a 1st and 10. They'll run it behind the big guys on the left. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And they try to sneak the run in there, but immediately you got to call a timeout here. You got to stop the clock. Then you can get organized, go to the sidelines, still have one left after that. You realize you got to get points, but now you get to get your quarterback over here and get in his ear a little bit.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Here comes the heat. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Complete to the right. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, golden flashes. Once he got some room, it was over.
And great job executing. The offense did what they needed to do. You got somewhat of a decision here. Do you want to kick it, tie it up? I think you do with this time frame. 1 to 2 minutes left in the 4th quarter. You probably want to do that, but you could push the envelope. You could go for 2 and try to take the lead.
Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the fourth. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they closed the deal with a 58-yard touchdown pass. We've got a dandy going here, all tied up in the fourth quarter and about to kick it away. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Back to pass, it's Roberson. And he can't find anyone open, and down he goes. A sack here late in the fourth. Timeout on the field, and we've got a dandy all tied up late in the fourth. The Bulls trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Man, we hear so much about aggressiveness. Interesting spot. You know, you're on your side of the field. It's a tie game. The clock ticks out. It's not the worst thing in the world, but we can't make a mistake in this situation.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking for a big play. Wide open downfield. They'll use a timeout with 26 seconds left on the clock.
That is a beautiful throw. We were all talking coming into this game. We weren't sure if anyone was going to be able to complete a pass because of these conditions. And as a quarterback, when you're throwing in the snow, the ball's slick. Anyone running a route, it's hard to get in and out of breaks. Those two guys were on the same page right there, coming up with a huge play in the inclement weather.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to pass, and he's got to make a play. Snagged out of the air. The offense uses a timeout. 15 seconds left to play.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum. Right on the numbers where he can catch it, keep running, and chew up some yards after the catch.
Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions probably, maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And you want to play defense first because you want to know what you need. That's a key philosophical approach for most teams when it comes to overtime, David.
Yeah, and remember the rule change a couple years ago, too, and the second overtime and 2-point conversion. So all this stuff is situational type football that you better have worked on throughout these weeks of the season.
First play of the first possession of OT. Use the play fake, now to throw. Fires to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
So now it's 2nd and long. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
And that's a good, solid run there, Reese. And if you want to win in overtime, running the football is a good idea.
Showing that you're the more physical team in overtime can really be a breaking of their will. Just a couple they need to pick up here on 3rd and short in overtime. Trying to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
It's good, and they strike first and take the lead by 3 here in overtime.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
Down by 3, it's their turn here in overtime. A touchdown will win it. Here's first down. Didn't put much on that one, and it's incomplete. Four wide out set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. Looking to pass. It's Roberson. He's got an open man. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion.
Man, you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
The give on the option. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 of the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
How about this offense coming out and executing so great, knowing what they needed. They were on defense first. They knew exactly what they needed to do. Come out, they get the throwing touchdown, ends the football game right now. Nice execution by the offense.
And that play right there, David, really encapsulates, I think, the identity of this team. They're going to fight and scratch and claw to the very end to get it done. Great job executing here late in the game to get the win.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.